Welcome back, everyone. This is actually the 8th life, even lifetime, even though it says first lifetime. I just noticed this right now, and I want to show you guys it because I thought it was a little bit sweet. Look at the images. They're slowly getting closer to kissing. Nah, that's legitimately adorable. Let's just get into this. I want to see them Frenching. I will not be satisfied unless I see that. Ah, fuck. If I end up stopping a little bit more, which might end up happening, it's because I was laughing in between episodes. Because I went into the living room to cool down, and fucking Jimmy Kimmel was on, and it's like 12 or 1 or so in a.m. in the morning, so I'm trying not to laugh, but it was hysterical. They were showing the pictures that are going around or whatever of the photos taken from that space station of Pluto, like the surface of Pluto. And so then they got someone to do interviews on random people on the street, saying essentially that people landed on Pluto this morning, like the morning that they were doing that. And there was like a live stream and all this. And it was essentially just catching people being the fucking liars they are. And so they started making up some bullshit that would honestly not even fool anyone, in my opinion. And people were buying into that shit so hard, and I don't know why. And they were acting like they seen it, and they were like going along with it. Like, even one of them was expressing their emotions of what they felt in the moment. So like there was some shit where it was like, what'd you think about when the astronaut took his helmet off and held his breath and was acting like he was choking in space? And the woman was like, oh, I felt really scared for him, you know? I was really worried. Fucking lies. And then they started getting into some shit like the tropical beaches on Pluto and what they thought of all the palm trees and beaches. And fucking, this bitch just started describing what they look like, and fucking, like, the interviewer was like, yeah, the red ocean. She's like, oh, well, yeah, obviously the ocean's red. I mean, it's Pluto. It's a weird planet. And just these dumb, compulsive liars. I don't get it. I guess they just felt pressured by TV to be like, oh, well, I didn't see it, but, everyone looked like a fucking asshole on TV. There was this one person, and he was all like, they were like, so how'd you feel the moment that you saw him, plant the American flag in Pluto? And he was just going into all this, like, immense, deep shit. Like, I felt pride, not pride for America, but, like, just, like, how far we're advancing technologically that we can land a man on Pluto. And you can tell he probably genuinely felt that way if he honestly believed someone landed on Pluto. But, like, just, no, you didn't see that shit. You did not feel these things. You just, so many people. Like, this one person, they said, like, what'd you think about the astronaut? I think they even used Armstrong, like Neil Armstrong or Lance Armstrong, whichever one, I don't know. One of them was a musician, the other one landed on the moon. And they were like, how'd you think about him bringing his dog? And she's like, oh, I thought it was really sweet, and that he brought his little dog along. And they were like, yeah, but what about the fact that he had to slaughter and eat the dog to survive? And I forgot what she said. She was trying not to look mortified by the looks of it. And the only one who was like, no, nobody landed on Pluto, was this chick that sounded like, you can tell by the looks of some people that they just look kind of crazy. Just kind of by the way they talk. I don't know. like kind of like essentially if you see this white dude with fucked up looking teeth and he's shirtless but he's got like an overcoat of some kind on, like those type of people, and he has like this kind of country accent, you're like, oh well, that dude's obviously out of his fucking mind. And so this chick was like, no, they didn't land on the moon. It was fucking, they got the piano, that thing's billions of miles away. They got the piano shuttle thing, looking shuttle, still orbiting around. And then they got the thing orbiting around Pluto, but no, nobody landed on the moon. But even though she essentially called a spaceship a giant flying piano, she was still the only person they interviewed that didn't just say like, oh yeah, that was amazing, and that it just had me fucking dying. And this whole episode was pretty much just spent talking about a Jimmy Kimmel skit. But that shit had me dying. At first I was trying not to be loud because my dad was asleep right next to me, but he was waking up and we were both just absolutely cracking up. You compulsive lying. But hey, it gave me something to talk about this entire time. Until we get to the dragon part, which essentially is just tornadoes. God, this is kind of beautiful. I wonder what happens. Oh, nothing. I don't know why I was expecting like Wind Waker style carrying me off to a different part of the map. God, why did this not only for some reason reminds me, this environment just reminds me of so many games and I don't get it. It's not like any of those games. It reminds me of Wind Waker. You're gonna think I'm retarded, but it reminds me of Glover. I don't know why. And it reminds me of a couple other things. This place is just trippy ass tornadoes. Like our own little tornado. Whoa, my bad. More like a triple roll. Yeah, that's probably coming up on the video. I'm not editing this shit. And as the sperm cells diject from each other, so too does the episode end. Anyone else looking forward to those birds and fish making out? I do. Join us on the next episode to see birds and fish get it on. Bye.